Today we're going to do section 5-5, dealing with inequalities in triangles. But before we actually do that, I want to do a quick review of a theorem from chapter 3-13, the triangle exterior angle theorem. And I'm just going to draw the diagram. And it states that the measure of angle 1 is equal to the sum of the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3. Hopefully some of you remember that. Exterior angles, two remote interior angles, the sum of them equals the exterior angle. Okay, you don't need to write that. On to chapter 5. I mention this because we have a corollary to this theorem, and it states, using the same diagram, that the measure of angle 1 is greater than the measure of angle 2, and that the measure of angle 1 is also greater than the measure of angle 2. And hopefully that makes some sense to you, because if we have angle 1 and it's equal to 2 and 3, then it must be greater than each of them individually. So that was a corollary. We're going to look at a theorem. We're going to do a couple of theorems and then corollaries, and then we're going to do some calculations. So the theorem is 5-10. Here's my diagram. Triangle X, Y, and Z. And it is a scalene triangle. And this theorem says that if the length of XZ is greater than the length of XY, then the measure of angle Y is greater than the measure of angle Z. I'll give you a minute to write this, and then we'll try to see what it actually means. We want to leave this here in our view. Excuse me. So, in words, what does this mean? Well, it means that the largest angle is opposite the longest side. It also means that the longest side is opposite the largest angle. A couple more things actually follow from this, and that would be that the smallest angle is opposite what? Does anybody want to guess? It's opposite the shortest side. And the shortest side is opposite the smallest angle. So let's just do one quick little example. So this is triangle UTV. This angle is 58. This is 62. And I want you to list the sides from short to long. So before we can do that, let's examine the triangle. So we have 58, 62, and we don't know this one. And in order to list the sides from short to long, we have to know which is the smallest, which is the middle, and which is the largest angle. So first thing we have to do is calculate what is angle T. Anybody tell me what is angle T? Very good. Angle T is 60 degrees. So let's list these then. First of all, which is the smallest angle? Correct. Angle U. So that means that the shortest side has to be opposite it, across from it. So we're going to start with TV. TV is the shortest. So TV is less than, what's going to be next? Next up would be the 60-degree angle. And what is opposite it? UV. And lastly, we have segment UT. And this is how I would represent it. Segment TV is less than segment UV is less than segment UT.